In the aftermath of the KwaZulu-Natal floods, there's heavy congestion at the port as hundreds of trucks queue waiting to enter. About 1,300 trucks enter the Durban harbour each day. Well, for more on this, let's cross now to senior reporter Vusi Khumalo, who's standing by. Thank you very much, Vusi, for joining us. So what's happening where you are?
Yes, good afternoon, Numpu, as well as the listeners. Yes, welcome to the Port of Durban. The Port of Durban is well known as one of the biggest and busiest in the sub-Saharan Africa, with the number of trucks and also the cargo that are coming in and out of this port here in the city of Durban. But with me is Mr. Moshe Mutohi, who is from the Transnet National Ports Authority, who's going to tell us about some of the activities or contingency plans that they've embarked upon since a stretch of road was washed away on Monday's floods, resulting to a number of bridges and roads, including other infrastructure that was destroyed during the floods. Mr. Mutlohi, just tell us about some of the contingency plans that you have in place in order to ensure that you keep the traffic flowing, because we know that the operations were temporarily suspended on Monday.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having us. What we did when this happened was to put together a business continuity process where we called all stakeholders into one room and say, let's understand the situation in the port. First was to look at the safety of the port. We did come up with an action plan that meant to stabilize and secure the port. The second one now was to look at saying, how can we resume operation, because we had suspended some activities within the port. What we then did was to immediately appoint a construction company that is on site, busy repairing the 30-meter stretch of road you were referring to that was washed away. It is happening, and we're expecting that to be finished in the next 72 hours. That is if the weather holds. Whilst we're doing that, we were mindful that there are commodities that are urgent that must be kept in the market. Here we're referring to petroleum products. We then arranged with the city of eThekwini that we should be allowed to use the Bluff Road to access Island View, where we allowed the trucks that are coming to fetch diesel and fuel and jet fuel so that we can keep the transportation sector moving. We have done that, and we are happy with the movements that we see here. The numbers that we have allowed were kept at 20% of the daily capacity. We're looking at increasing this to 30% because we can see that the road is comfortably dealing with the situation, and we hope that all the garages that were running low will be replenished. We also have made a special dispensation for urgent medical supplies that might be required. There's a process that we've communicated to industry where they will approach various terminals to get those trucks given access to use the same road to the port. And this applies to perishable food products. In the main here, we're looking at citrus and a few others. They will be using the same dispensation. We're keeping a close eye on the activities. On hour by hour, we're monitoring the process that is happening, and we really are happy to see this. The mid-term solution towards the washaway road, we have identified a service road that we are going to commission within the next few weeks, which will come as a bypass to the area that has been washed away. That will then give us a decent flow of trucks into Bayhead, Container Terminal and Island View. That will then carry the 1,300 trucks a day that are coming. That is going to happen, but we'll start easing off the embargo we put on Bayhead Road as soon as we're done with the current fix that we have. Long term, we're going to fix that bridge and build a bridge that is going to complement what the port has always been saying, that Bayhead Road needed to be expanded to have 3 lanes each direction. We also are happy that we are on the verge of awarding a contract for the construction of the second access road to the Port of Durban. This road will join Bayhead and Langebeck Road at the corner of MSA Maritime School of Excellence. It will go all the way to Edwin Swales and ultimately join this port with the old airport, which we're intending to use as a logistics hub.
Okay, we can see that there are so many garages or filling stations that are currently running short of the fuel. With the flow of traffic now being eased, especially here at this terminal, do you perhaps foresee having shortage of petrol in the near future?
Perhaps. We don't foresee that. We've got enough petrol in the port. Right now, I think behind me is one of the trucks that are coming in. We are fitting the market to make sure we do this. Also using using our sister Durban transit pipelines. We're using that pipeline to feed the rest of the country, the inland provinces. They have no risk at all. The petroleum is being pumped to them. These trucks are really dedicated towards KZN, and the public should not panic with doing that. Also, I want to mention that we are 70% done with the cleaning of the debris that was in the bay. As a result of that achievement of cleaning the debris, yesterday we were able to move 21 ships which we had planned to move. So we close to where we were before the storm. We left with another 30% which should then clear in the next few days. Again, I hope that this rain that is threatening to come is not going to bring more debris that will then set us back. But really the whole interest was to keep the port safe, our employees safe, community safe, but also to make sure that they do get those essential supplies.
Okay, thanks a lot, sir.
You're most welcome.
Yes, there's Transnet's Mr. Mutlohi saying that they do have contingency plans because we know that the Bayhead Port Terminal was temporarily suspended on Monday due to the floods that took place in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, having resulted in the death of 341 people and a number of people who were injured as a result, 55 of them, and more than 40,000 people were affected in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. As we're traveling here to the Bluff area, we know that a large amount of traffic was at Bayhead, so that facility has now been redirected. We can see even traffic police as well as SABC who are redirecting traffic to the Bluff area. They've also processed this through a meeting with the provincial government to also ask the permission to use this area of Bluff. With that said, for now, it's back to you, Nompo.
Thanks very much, my colleague there, Vusi Khumalo. And we're just getting a statement from the KZN government just indicating that death toll in KwaZulu-Natal as a result of the inclement weather has now gone up to 395.